I'm controlling this. Oh, that's funny. I put bananas in the rocket ship, but nobody's in the this one. Okay, RD, you haven't been down to the surface. Go ahead and EVA yourself. Don't hit the solar panels. That's rule number 1. Whoa, crazy time. Okay, get yourself in there. I said get yourself in there. There you go. Now you have a brand new spaceship. Don't bump it into the station. Don't scratch the paint. You have reaction wheels. You have monopropellant. Okay, now we can stage and get ourselves away from the station just a little bit. Now we need to plan our landing at the Cathane base, which is up here somewhere. Is it here? I guess it is. Okay, it's dark there right now, which means we're going to want to wait until it's not dark. So let's go ahead and switch to the Tiny Tug and take care of some business out here. Okay, I've got another piece of debris that has monopropellant in it, which is pretty awesome. But I've got it coming up to intersect with the station in a couple hours here, in an hour and 6 minutes. But also the sun is getting ready to rise here over the Cathane base, so I figured I would get this guy all set up to go down there. So we're going to add a maneuver here to go south, I guess, to bring our northern up. That seems reasonable. So that's going to cost us 150 meters per second. I'm going to show you this here. Our vessel has 769, and what I did was actually I used what Nathan did, which is he got down to the surface on less than 500 meters per second, and he got down to that Cathane base. So I know I can get down to the Cathane base from a regular orbit for less than 500 meters per second. So I designed this guy to have a decent hefty margin for error, but to have that number of meters per second. So he should be fine. And let's see, that's in 4 minutes, so let's just go ahead and fast forward to it. And I don't know how long this is going to take, but probably about 20-30 seconds. I'll go down to 30 and I'll do a test burn here. Yeah, 30 seconds. So we'll go down to 15. Actually, we'll go down to a little bit less than 15. Maybe not that much less than 15, but hey, what are you going to do? Other than not abuse time warp and pay attention to the game. But yeah, RD, I mean, this is a good run. It's, you know, a fuel run. You gotta get these things done. But it's not actually necessary, because as soon as we get that other thing docked, we'll have full monopropellant. At least I think there's enough monopropellant in that guy to... Okay. We should have a good orbit over this guy now. Yes, we do. Okay, now out here... we are going to set ourselves to come down. Right on him. That looks pretty good. Probably overshoot him a little bit. Oops, not that much though. That looks pretty good. And we'll just come down over him. Not that concerned about Delta V, to be honest. I mean, this is going to cost 14, and then this here is going to cost what? To completely stop is going to cost 181. So yeah, we got plenty of fuel. Plenty of fuel. Okay, so he is set. He's the next thing to happen. So that's funny. Oh, this is Minimus Fuel Lifter 3. So yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward to this. And you know what? Well, yeah, I don't want to waste your time. So I'm not going to bother showing you this. I'm going to cut to when we're getting ready to launch the Eve Gilly ship. Really quick though, we passed within about 500 meters of the rocket ship on our orbit, which is crazy. Like, that's the closest I've come to crashing into something without trying to dock with it first. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, again, like I said, I'll see you when we're going to Eve. What am I thinking? You have never seen me land on a docking port. Why would I rob you of that? We're coming down here, and I realized it's like this is gonna be my first landing on a docking port in this save. Like I said before, I've done it before in my other saves, and I went down to the surface and I looked at the base to see what it looked like, and I did put a docking port, a lit docking port down there, which is nice. So let's see, set that as my target. Let's go ahead and slow ourselves down. So even if it's a little dark, which it shouldn't be, we should be able to come down on that docking port with no problems. So I'm just bringing myself down so we're close to it. Setting up this maneuver node here. 170 meters per second. It's going to take 30 seconds or so to do. So when we are 30 seconds from crashing into that thing, RD is going to hit the gas. So let's go ahead and hit F5. And head on down there. Let's get ourselves aimed at the maneuver node, might as well. Oh, look at that, the sun is rising on the plane here. Got ground scatter, we're coming down. Oh, it's just super pretty. What's our impact time is 40 seconds. Looks like we're coming in a little south. Just gonna kill my maneuver node here. We're in the physics window. I'm mildly concerned, but not super concerned about our speed. Yeah, we're fine. Get that vertical velocity indicator up here. Whoop! I think we just started going up. Nope, we're still going down. Yeah, sadly we're heading into the sun, which is not the best, even though you can see down there the lights. Gotta actually get aimed at it. Slow ourselves down. I'm basically just... I'm getting the yellow thing on the purple thing. There we go. Now I'm gonna... Yeah, I overcompensated, which is so easy to do. Yeah, I need to... There we go. Okay. Oh. Get up there. Whew. Okay. -1. Now I basically just need to slowly bring myself onto this thing. Now it's my target, which is nice. Actually, how much fuel do I have? How many? I still got 330 meters per second. That's plenty. You do have to worry about that kind of thing when you're coming down to land. Didn't actually think about that. But basically now it's just, I've got myself set up so that all my directions are correct. So now it's just get the purple thing right under me. I'm going to turn on RCS. I'm going to actually zero my velocity here. Get the purple thing under me. kill all my velocities, and then go -1. Get my direction vector. Basically the backwards of docking. I need to zero my velocity out. Oh, I actually need to... There we go. Now you just treat it like a dock from here, which is... This is what I'm going to be doing on Gilly, only it'll be easier. Because, you're even lighter on Gilly than you are on Minmus. Ah, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Still got 266 meters per second. Just get myself lined up here. And then go -1. And then turn everything off, and we docked. Pretty sweet. And his fuel tanks are emptying. Are these guys? No, these guys are set to 8. Our electric charge is going up, which is good. Oh, you know what I never did? I never opened my solar panels. Let's go ahead and do that now. But okay, that was docking on a docking port. That was docking on a ground-based docking port, I should say. Yeah, the sun has just risen. We're getting sunlight, which is awesome. I'm going to assume everything's filling up. It's just going slowly. I'm gonna deploy my drills, because remember I had undeployed these things because it was going crazy on me. But yeah, we have no cathane. We are slowly getting liquid fuel. Yeah, 193. It was 187 before. So yeah, so we are gaining fuel. Now I just got to wait for this to finish. And actually, while it's doing that, I'm going to have to do this. So yeah, that was that. I will see you at the base. Okay, we have more fuel in this guy than we have room in this guy. So Ankro, you are going to go out. Do your first spaceship flying. You are going to go out to wherever it is. That's the rocket ship. There it is. Let's go into free mode. So we're... Whoa! So we're kind of looking in the right direction. You're going to go out there. You're going to get in this guy, and you're going to dock him to the station instead of recycling him. We're going to wait until we need the fuel to recycle this guy. One of the joys of having all these docking ports is we can use them, so might as well. So you're heading out here. You're just going to get this guy docked to the station. I'm not going to show you everything. And then we'll have all the monoprop we need, which is awesome. So, and then we're going to decide who gets to go to Eve, which will be cool. So I will see you when we're doing that. Dramatic shot. This space station looks awesome. I am so proud of my creation. It just looks cool with all the stuff sticking off different ways and everything. It's awesome. So I'm gonna make sure this is off. I'm gonna hit F2 so I can activate recycler is the option. Therefore we can disconnect this guy. Actually, I don't want to disconnect him yet. We got to put people in him, and we are sending. Let's send 4 people. No, let's send 3. Actually, I almost want to just send 2. Let's send 2 people. I think Commander Nuzor is going to be going. And I don't want to send Nathan with Nuzor because I keep getting them mixed up. Ankro. Ankro or RD? I think Ankro will go with Nuzor. They're going to be the Gilly people. EVA? Where are you, Commander? You get the top of the 2 cans here. And I learned my lesson about the habitation modules. These cans... Actually, the doors are on the front. Whoa. These cans are the ones that can control a ship. Which is probably important. Okay, so Commander Nuzor, there you go. And who did I say was going with you? Ankro? Yeah, I think I said Ankro. Well, Ankro's going now. Oh, Ankro was in the... You're a busy man, Ankro. You got lots of jobs. You proved yourself when you went and got that fuel thing, so we're letting you do this. This thing looks like a train. I was noticing it's like a crazy space train. The only thing that this needs to be right up here, so it's like the spout that the that the stuff comes up. But let's see, go ahead and grab onto that and get yourself in. Now we can disconnect. Right here, I'm gonna hit F5, just in case there are any explosions. Release the Kraken. No, don't release the Kraken, whatever you do. Okay, we are drifting away from the space station. We have no decouplings. We do have 4 engines. And I only want this one to be active. Which is apparently that one. So we're going to make its own stage. These engines actually should never be active, to be honest. I almost want to activate them and then deactivate them manually, but I think I'm not going to bother. Yeah, because there's this engine up here, and then there's these 2 engines down here. So, let's see, where's the actual... Actually, we'll just control from here. And hopefully this thing won't shake itself apart. Let's find out by turning him sideways. I mean, like I said, I've tested this thing fairly extensively in space, but I'm just so scared after all the Kraken problems we've had. So, yep, looking pretty good. Turn the computer on so he stops himself turning. He doesn't have great control authority, but he does have these here on the back that that should help us in our rotations and everything. He has a full tank of fuel. Actually, I could look up here. He has a full tank of fuel. He has full monopropellant. He's running out of electric charge, so I think we're going to get away from the station just a little bit and open up a couple of our solar panels. Actually, I'm pretty sure... See, I think I set up action groups, I should say. But I have no idea which ones I set up. So I'm going to extend all of his solar panels. And we're going to see what he looks like in reality. And then we are going to start planning our trip to Eve, which is quite a number of days away. So we're not in any hurry. But still, it'd be nice to get it planned. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to set up some maneuver nodes, and then I'm going to show you kind of the idea. And then we will wait for the time. Okay, this is not going to be my flight plan because we're actually in a very crappy position to leave for Eve right now, and not to mention the fact that it's quite a number of days away. What is it? 38 days away. But just as an idea here, this would be if we wanted to leave right now. Our first maneuver is going to cost us 146. Our second maneuver is going to cost us 661, and that would get our periapsis right with Eve. Fairly close to our descending node. So I don't think we would have any trouble contacting, whatever you want to call it, getting to Eve there. And then aerobraking to slow down and everything. Notice we have about 2 grand of Delta V in our ship, which means that this is less than half of our fuel, even on this horrifically poor. let's not mince words. It's a very poor encounter. So I have no problems. Let's see, where did I put the other maneuver node when I do that? And why can't I delete it from here? Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. The other option, and this is even harder to plan at this point, is to burn with Minmus. To burn this way, or actually... No. Yeah, we have to do it... Well, yeah, it is burning with Minmus. But instead of burning prograde at Minmus, we have another maneuver node somewhere. Okay, I guess we don't. But anyway, the other option is to burn prograde at Minmus to eject from the Kerbin system completely. And I can't plan this right now because burning prograde at Minmus is going to send us out. But that is an option. And actually, this is not very well planned here. Well, yeah, because Minmus isn't set up right. So I can't even really plan that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward until Minmus is opposite the sun. And then I'm going to look at those two burns to see if... oh, actually, no. It would have to be down here. How long until we get here? I'm going to pause for a second and look up Minmus's orbital characteristics. Okay, Minmus's orbital period is 12.5 days, give or take. 12 days, 11 hours, and yada, yada, yada. So this would be 6 days. This would be 9 days. This would be 3 days. So in 3 days, I'm gonna test this. I'm gonna write down what it is. Then 6 days after that, I'm gonna test this, just doing maneuver nodes, and write down what it is. And then I'm gonna decide, do I want to do it here or here to leave? Because if I do it here, let me think. 9 is going to get us 30 days away, and then 12 and 12 and 12 is... See, that's... I mean, it's not perfect, but it would still be a fairly use, and I can do it over here as well. So that's an option. That's definitely an option. But the bigger option is to... what I like to do, what I did for Duna... or not Duna, Moho, is I left here, and then I got an orbit where I went around a couple times, and then at periapsis, I shot myself off, which I really like. I like that as a plan. So I'm probably going to do that anyway, because I don't think the Delta V change is any different, or is very much different. But I think this is a better option. I'm just curious to see if this is a better option. So I will meet you back when when Minmus is behind Kerbin from the sun. Okay, we've got this here. It's kind of crazy. I've got 3 maneuvers planned here. We're going to look at them one by one, just so you see what I'm doing here. The first one is our Minmus ejection burn, which is the biggest of the 3, I think. It has almost 200 meters per second, which is 190 or so. That's about what it takes to get to Minmus from Kerbin. So it stands to reason that's what it would take to get back. Then our second burn is actually an alignment burn, which is going to get us into the correct 0.3 degrees negative up here for our Kerbin ejection burn. That costs a mere 26.13. Then our ejection from Kerbin burn to get us a periapsis right at Eve, which is, you know, basically this. I mean, granted, we're not doing this right now because this isn't correct. Costs about 167. So we're talking 200 plus 25 plus 170, we'll say, is about 400 meters per second. That's the total delta V to get to Eve, doing it in this method. So 400, that's the number to keep in mind. I will be back in half an orbit. Oh, I forgot about the moon refueling station ship. Let's go ahead and jump to him and see. He's coming into Minmus' sphere of influence, I believe. Apparently he's still 6 hours away. Oh, he's 6 hours from that one. Okay. Good. Okay, so now we need to plan his not dying maneuver, which apparently needs to get done right quick. He needs to burn... Let's see. He needs to burn... come on, let me put him on here. There we go. He needs to burn towards the one with the arrow, with the lines coming out, which I'm just going to guess is this way. And as usual, I'm wrong. So we're going to spin him around here. Doesn't have to be very exact, because... Okay, now we need to burn south, I guess. What is that going to be? Kind of between these two, between the one with the lines coming out and the circle with the lines going in. Which is going to be this way. I think I want to be closer to this one. Yeah, we're coming in really far south is the problem. I'm going to burn myself away from the planet a little bit. And we're just going to get our periapsis here. And we're going to just kind of get our orbit touching this orbit. Then we'll get captured. We'll correct the orbital inclination. And then... boom. Okay, so at Periapsis, we are going to... we're not in any hurry, because we don't need this fuel. I don't even think we need it for the Jupiter ship. So, or the Jewel, I should say, ship. Because that's what's coming up next after Eve, and we should probably start planning that thing. We'll get this orbital encounter all set up before we do that. Okay, so we'll just do this burn. It's in 3 hours. Let's go ahead and, because I'm pretty sure we're still pretty far from. Yeah, we've gone barely any orbits. So let's just go ahead and crank up time until we can do this burn. It's a 44-second burn. We should probably aim at it. What do you think? And well, you've seen all this. I'm just gonna do all the burns necessary to get him to the station, and I will be back in a little bit. Okay, just so you know, Cursony, I haven't forgotten about you in the in the lab module here. You are not going to get recycled along with the ship. I'm actually gonna send both of you guys back to the station. And then send a tug out here to get the rest of the ship. As far as I can tell, there will be no waste of fuel or rocket parts when I recycle this thing, which is always good. I'm not that concerned. I mean, there's plenty of rocket parts to be gotten off the surface of Minmus, and it's so easy to get them up here that I am not concerned at all about the prospect of losing a little bit in the recycling process. But it's nice if you don't. So I'm going to head down here. I am going to just recycle the entire science module and everything. And then I am going to go back to doing my planning, because planning of the node, because I have yet to get there. this thing keeps coming up beforehand. It only took a couple days to do this whole thing. I don't even think it might not have even taken a full day. But, so I'm going to do all that, and I will be back when we are planning the other Eve transfer to see if it's a better one. Okay, well, here's the ejection burn. If I eject while Minmus is on this side and just burn straight forward to use Minmus's momentum to carry me backwards on Kerbin, it's going to cost me almost 600, like over 550 meters per second. So we're saving a significant amount of fuel in meters per second. So we're definitely going to do it the other way. So this maneuver node is garbage, and we don't want it. Takes it away. Okay, so Eve is in 28 days. Jewel is in 34 days. That is, what is that, 6 days apart. I want to launch them, though, at roughly the same time off of Minmus. And I think it'll probably be next orbit. Because the Jewel probe, I was looking this up on the internets, and if you're going outward from Kerbin, it is actually better to use Minmus's, what do we call it? Push to shove you this way. So my Eve probe, I wanna leave from here, give or take, and come down and then set up my orbit and then launch from Kerbin Periapsis. But my Jewel probe, I want to leave from here so I can just shoot straight forward and continue on my way. I don't know if having such a crazy orbit around around Minmus is going to cause problems with that. But we'll find out together. And it's going to be pretty simple, because I'm going to build the exact same ship I built for Gilly for Jewel. So, I'm just going to go over to my space station, which is too far away to reach. And let's see, what does he have? He definitely doesn't have enough rocket parts to build this thing. Let's see what it's going to cost. 21,662, and he also needs monopropellant, although we have... oh, he needs 830, so we already need more monopropellant. Crazy time. I think I'm going to build a monopropellant-only ship. Okay, so, I feel like this episode's been kind of short, but I kind of want to end it now and do some of the stuff off camera. So, I think we're going to start next episode with the launch to Gilly and the launch to Jewel from Minmus. So sorry about this episode being kind of short, but I'm like I said before, I'm at now, so I have to get these things done as time goes on, and I have to be able to do some of the stuff off camera, and my off camera time and my on camera time is as always limited. So yeah, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna build a RCS only ship, and then I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna fill that thing with RCS so that we have tons, and I may also build an RCS module to stick on here, or maybe even on this side, because we are eventually going to recycle this guy when he runs out of fuel. Yeah, we have way too much fuel on the ship, and we don't have enough RCS. So yeah, I'm going to build another RCS thing, or build an RCS ship, bring the RCS up with that ship, or actually maybe I'll make the ship attached to this. That's a good idea. Because my fuel base has that big thing on it, so make my RCS ship so that it just attaches to this side. Ha ha ha. I like that plan. I'm proud to be a part of it. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to make an RCS ship and storage container. And bring that up, and then I'm also going to go get more rocket parts. Then I'm going to build a jewel ship, and then we're going to launch those things off next episode. It'll be good times. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm looking forward to getting out there and finishing the series, because I'm starting to look forward to the next series. Maybe I'll talk about that while we do the next episode, or maybe I'll talk about it now. We have time. Like I said, I think this episode's going to be kind of short. Next series, I'm going to, when 2.24 comes out, whether I'm done with this series or not, I am going to start a series of Apollo programs, and I'm going to basically go to each system, or go to each planet, I guess, and moon, and each mission is going to be one self-contained thing where I launch from the launch pad, do some stuff, and then land back at Kerbin or crash and die somewhere. After I've done that, assuming I make it to landed on a planet or moon, I check that planet or moon off, and I can never go back to it unless I literally have to get more science or something. But my goal is to never go back to another planet once I have visited the first time. That's the limit I'm putting on myself. So that'll be kind of fun. I might end up starting start with Kerbin, and then from there try to get to Gilly or something crazy like that, and skip Moon and Minmus because they have so much potential for science. I don't want to waste it before I've got the gravioli detector and things like that. So that should be fun. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I am 5thHorseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.